Hi, thanks for tuning in. This is the Huai Kwang neighborhood, and of course, this is Miss Amara, and we are headed to Terminal 21. So it is a beautiful, hot day in Bangkok, and we are walking through the Huai Kwang neighborhood. So when I videotaped this, for some reason all the sound just disappeared. I don't know what happened, but right here, I'm telling Amara, get out the street. You're gonna get run over. These bikes were flying past us, but she laughed and she said, I've been walking these streets longer than you have. Remember, you're the foreigner. You're new here. I know where I'm going and how to walk through these streets. To that, I just remained silent, of course. So, of course, I just passed another 7-Eleven. There's like 5 or 6 just in this little neighborhood. It's crazy. But it's a wonderful neighborhood. It's quiet. The people are friendly. It's a wonderful place to enjoy the local cuisine, as you can see right there. Had a great time here. It's been a blast. So we're gonna try attempt to catch a cab, a taxi. That sometimes proves a little more difficult than in the U.S. Amina's being a little impatient. She was hungry, so she's like, "Let's go." Pardon my fingers. I don't know how my hand kept getting in the way there. So right here, we're deciding to grab a taxi. And here Amina is explaining to me that the taxi might not want to take us to Terminal 21 because it's quite busy in that area. We could try to catch a taxi, or we could continue to the Huai Kwang BTS station. And I I said, well, let's see what happens. We could try to catch a taxi. If not, we'll just walk down. And this place right here is very interesting. It's actually a nightclub, and I'll show you that in a minute. So now comes the fun part, trying to wave down a taxi, which in itself is an experience. So, we're actually trying to get one to stop, and I believe, hey, no, grab. Got to watch out for those guys on the grab. They in Thailand, it's not like the drivers and everything need to watch out for you. You need to watch out for them. Many a foreigner has come to this country and gotten run over thinking that they have the right of way. No, it doesn't work like that. You will get run over. Be careful. So here we go. We found a taxi. And of course, we tell him we're going to Terminal 21. And he not only said no, I believe the term he used was hell no. The traffic is too incredibly difficult right now. So that's, I mean, no problem. BTS, you could get anywhere in Bangkok with BTS. You don't have to necessarily jump in a cab every place you want to go. So she was showing me, how far it actually was, and it's not that far. So we decided to hike it to the Huai Kwang BTS station. There's another Grab, almost run me over. And this street, on the right, that's a city bus right there. I think that's like 5 or 10 baht bus. I've never ridden it. It doesn't have air conditioning. All the windows are open, and sometimes it's a packed house. This is Mention 7. It's a nightclub, and usually it's packed with locals. I've never gone in, but it looks so interesting. I want to see what's inside. One day we'll have to go in there. As you can see, the cars are lined up here. You will see if I turn back again. There we go. The cars are lined up here. Most of these guys are trying to make a left turn. A left turn, and it gets pretty backed up. This street is always packed. There's a nice little shrine to my left. You'll see these all over Bangkok. Just shrines to Buddha. There's some that are to the king, respectfully. They're beautiful. There's a few restaurants here as well. Belong is a bistro. Looks pretty good inside. I haven't looked at the menu, but I'm gonna have to stop there one day. Another shrine right there. Just putting along. This is a pretty big place, this Belong. And it's just a bar and bistro. This is their parking. So it's a pretty nice size place. And here we have the Centric. I believe this is condo living. Yes, the Huai Kwang neighborhood. So, security. It was a beautiful day. I mean, it wasn't too hot. Wasn't, well, you're never going to get it too cold. I love this place. I've never been inside, but I don't know what it is. But it just looks interesting because the name XT, and those are my initials, Xavier T. So one day I'm going to have to check that out. Of course, here's my morning Starbucks. Great Starbucks. Man, they have everything in that Starbucks that you would expect in the States, with a little couple extra sweet tarts and things like that. But it's a great Starbucks. As you can see, it's a very family-oriented neighborhood. Right here, this is part of the park and ride. People park their scooters here, their motorcycles, and they'll take the BTS to go. I asked Amara, hey, how far is it? How far is the BTS? She said, oh, it's not far. So we're gonna keep putting along here, and I figured it wasn't too much further, since you got a parking ride right here to the left. It should be close to the BTS, and there you can see the BTS to our left, the roof of it. And I was pleasantly surprised. This was one of the first times I took the BTS, and it was fantastic. It's like really clean for a subway. Not what I'm used to in the States. So finally, after Amara walked me a country mile to the BTS station, and here you can see it's the Huai Kwang stop, and it was quite pleasant. I mean, right about here, you get blasted with AC, which is just fantastic. If you've ever ridden a subway, you know there's no AC, but in Bangkok, subways have AC, and right now it felt fabulous. And it's not really that much to, excuse my fingers, it really isn't that much to ride the BTS. And like I said before, you could get anywhere in Bangkok that you need to go from the BTS station. You may change trains, but you'll get there. So to get to Terminal 21 here, we would have to change trains, but our final stop would be National Anthem. And that is where you would walk over to Terminal 21. Well, thank you. If you've made it this far, I appreciate you. Think about liking and subscribing. I look forward to seeing you again.